Hello, everyone. This is Caroline with the Expat Interviews, Thriving Abroad. And I am always honored to have the most amazing people that are living their life, their best life abroad. And today I bring to you someone who is fantabulous, and you're just going to love to hear her story. She's agreed to share it with us. Thank you so much, Miss Marilyn. Misti Memphis. I love that name. I love that name. Thank you so much for uh, for chatting
You're
with us.
welcome.
So please begin. I know that you have an amazing story to tell. Your journey from the U.S. to my ancestral country, Jamaica. Tell
And
me
I'm
about it.
so jealous of you. I wish I had one tiny little drop of Jamaican blood.
Yeah, I actually lived in Jamaica for a few years, but I have all of family, a huge portion of family that's from Jamaica. So yeah, I'm jealous of you because you're living there now and I'm not. So tell us, how was it? How was your transition? And what made you pick Jamaica?
Jamaica picked me. I didn't pick Jamaica. I came here like everybody else on vacation and started out like most people at an all inclusive. Wasn't one of the big mega all inclusives. It was locally owned and operated in Ocho Rios. It has hence closed and been bought by Butch Stewart, who does run the mega ones. And he turned it into one of those gaudy mega sandals after my initial stay. I met a friend and he showed me how to come out of the all inclusive and be in Jamaica. Threw me into an empty apartment. Well, it had furnishings, but nothing else. I had to learn to go to the grocery store. I had to learn to maneuver how to cook here. I had to learn how to get people to cook for me. I had to learn how to get around transportation. And once you immerse yourself in the real Jamaica, there's no going back to those all inclusives. You'll never do that again. You'll never do it. If you have a certain little tick in your heart, there has to be the right little tick tock. My girlfriend who came here with me 21 years ago for the first time has never been back. Not one time.
No kidding.
She said that it's too many places in the world, too big a world to explore. Why keep going back to the same place? Personally, I couldn't breathe without Jamaica.
Oh,
I went home and I was absolutely devastatingly miserable. And it's just like in the Bible when Solomon said, cut the baby in half. I felt like I was cut in half. And I've never been fully content in America anymore. And I miss a few things when I'm here, but not enough to really make me want to pine to go back. So the journey started, and once you have that right TikTok, it's just gonna lead you another step, another step, another step. At first, I didn't really like Negril. And then slowly, some kind of way, Negril just wormed itself into my heart. I was convinced I was gonna live in a Rockabessa outside of Ochi, but Negril got me. And I ended up living here. And so far, I've been here 10 years. And it was the right decision for me because this is the right mix of my particular home I rent now is right off of the main road. And as soon as you turn the corner, it's like a different world. Peace, quiet, tranquility. If I want to go and mix in the hustle bustle of the 7 Mile Beach, it's a 20-minute walk or a 3-minute bike or a 3-minute car drive away. I get all the big shows, all the parties and everything. If I choose not to go, I stay home and have peace and quiet.
I like that. And a couple of questions for you. You know that a lot of people have stereotypical uh,
Hmm.
visions and ideas and opinions about Jamaica, especially as it pertains to the violence. Can you speak on that? I mean, how has it been for you in Negril? Because that's a
Okay,
very high tourist area. I know that it is.
so here's full disclosure.
Uh huh.
You want the truth. I've had 3 run-ins with um, I had two nonviolent robberies and one that could have turned bad. My mistake, I got into the wrong car. Here you're supposed to look for red plates. And I wasn't paying attention and I got in a white plate car. And I did get robbed at knife point. Howsomever, I had my wits about me and I negotiated with my robber. I said, look, just take the money and leave me. And he did. He left me in the middle of a cane field. And I had to walk back to the main road. It's so dark you can't see your hand in front of your face. And once I got back to the main road, four kind people helped me. So I've been robbed in Memphis also. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. All right. So here's the way I looked at it. Um, I had one bad person, although he left me with my life. And then I had four good people help me. I focus on the four good people, not the one bad person. And also keep your wits about you. I was told not to get into white plate cars and I wasn't thinking. My mistake. You have to, just like anywhere in the world, you got to be careful. You have to remember the things your mother taught you. I mean, I could have sugarcoated this and told you, oh no, you'll be fine. Nothing will ever happen to you. That's not true. Anywhere in the world. I'm not laying this on Jamaica's feet. I'm taking my responsibility as well. Now, if you think about those incidents in a perspective of a 21-year stay, seriously, and then honestly, I don't walk around in fear on a daily basis. I don't sleep in fear. I don't worry about anybody breaking in my house. I'm not paranoid. I'm happy. I'm very happy. I have a security system. I have a dog. These were all of my suggestions. Matter of fact, I have two, seems like an indoor one and an outdoor one.
Yeah, that's common.
And yeah, and I just tried to keep my wits about me. Now that incident I told you about, that was perhaps 7 years ago. And I had some little items taken from the yard, like solar lights and a hammer, if things like that. So what do you learn? You have to lock your stuff up. I bring the hammer again.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you brought these issues up because it's
Mm-hmm.
something that we don't talk about a lot as expats. Or, for example, I lived in Central America,
Mm-hmm.
and I lived in Costa Rica, Nicaragua, and people say, "Oh my God, Nicaragua," and now I live in Mexico, and there's people like, "Oh my God, you live in Mexico," and
Mm-hmm.
and the state in Mexico that I live in, the city that I live in, is one of the safest cities in the world, actually. So, I appreciate the fact that you say that because it doesn't matter what country you pick, there is going to be violence out there somewhere. And like you said, just keep your wits about you. And because it doesn't matter unless you're, going to live under a rock somewhere or build a tunnel, you are going to bump into, those elements. So no matter where you are, I feel that women, men, should be particularly cautious of your surroundings. And it
But
doesn't.
I want to say this. Caution doesn't mean paranoia. Caution doesn't mean that you have to spend your every moment thinking about what the worst that could happen, so to speak. I'm very happy here. I'm I feel fine walking around. I go just about everywhere I want to go. I exercise. I walk miles every morning for exercise. I go all up in the hills, all up into other communities, and I'm not worried. I have just about as much peace of mind. Actually, to be honest with you, I feel safer walking around here than I do in Memphis, and that's an honest statement.
I believe you. I believe you. I just actually, prior to us talking, I read something where they said the crime in Memphis is really
It's really bad.
unbelievable. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really bad.
I was surprised. I had no idea.
Mhm.
So Jamaica, I
Hmm.
know there's lots of cultural activities. I know there's a lot of things to do there. But you're single,
Yeah.
and what is it like for a single woman? You're retired. What is it like to be single in Negril, Jamaica?
Okay. Well, you have to keep your wits about you because um see, I'm African American, and as you can see, I'm fair skinned, and a lot of people think I'm white. I'm not, but they think I am. So they see white lady, they think money. You have a lot of guys here who have goals. They want you to elevate them. They see you, they see a bike, they see a car, they see a van, they see a business, they see just cash that they can blow, being foolish, showing off for their friends. All of the above categories, ladies here have supplied in their loneliness. Um, have I had relationships? Yes, I've been here 21 years, and maybe I've had 6 or 7 different relationships. Once you find out that it's not about you, it's about what you can do, just like anywhere else in the world, you wise up and you walk. Now, for the past, to be honest with you, 4 years, I've just stayed to myself. Um, and it's not so much a money issue, it's just Caribbean men are very strong willed and very patriarchal and very, I don't even want to, vested in their culture. And originally, when they get with you, they know you're a foreigner, you're African American or Black American, as they like to call us. And at first, just like in any relationship, you can do no wrong. You're just wonderful. You don't need to use deodorant. Your armpits don't stink. And then it starts with the gentle suggestion. Now, this that I'm getting ready to say basically has more to do with a woman of a certain age, which I'm 69. People look at I'll be 70 next year.
You look amazing. You look
Thank you.
amazing. Jamaica is good on you. Looks good on
Yeah.
you.
So, when you get to a certain age, you just don't want to hear it anymore. You don't fold the clothes like my mom did. You didn't, why don't you learn how to cook XYZ? Oh, honey, I don't want to cook. I have cooks. I don't want to cook. You know, you can't ever get the house clean enough. They want a morning clean, a noon clean, an afternoon clean. No, Misty's not doing that. Sorry, I have a housekeeper. I'm not doing that. I don't do, and I'm not going to fold your laundry. And I'm not. And you're a Jamaican lady, right? So do you know about the order of how you hang clothes on the clothesline? It's like a work of art. You have to hang certain things, like all the boxer shorts have to go together, and then all the t-shirts and all the baby clothes, and you never hang your personal panties outside. You have to hang
No.
them inside. You have all kind of rules. And here I am, 69 years old. This is not my culture. I'm not thinking about all that. So, I'm not fixing to hear you fuss at me about I didn't hang this right and blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. So here's one way. Go by yourself. So that's what I've decided to do. I'm just done. I've hung up my spurs, girlfriend. I'm sorry.
So tell me about
But
some of the. I'm sorry to cut you off. What were you going to say?
mhm.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say, having said that, I do know some lovely, lovely relationships, many, many, many of them, where ladies have met people here and taken them back to the States, Canada, whatever, or a few that live here. So don't let my gloom and doom discourage you, because you could be one of the lucky ones that finds the guy who's appreciative and knows what he's got, a piece
Sure,
of gold. Yeah. So,
sure.
yeah.
So you're in Negril, and that
Hmm.
is basically kind of a touristy
Oh, it is.
location. Are there any other towns that you recommend for women or men that want to check out Jamaica as a possible location?
Sure. A lot of people settled in Mandeville. It has a lot of the amenities you like, and it's very lovely. Around the Alligator Pond area, I went through two. areas, and I'm so sorry I can't remember the name of them, but I went through two towns that are full of expats and returning Jamaicans, and they demanded certain services because of their stature. And those places are completely peaceful. It's almost crime free. I'll do some research and post on the board for you because it's a quick phone call to a friend to ask him the name of those two places. I love Aracabessa, which is outside of Ocho Rios, but Ocho is just way too busy for me. Now, the vast majority of expats that come here settle in Montego Bay. And Montego Bay is very developed. So a lot of the things you like that you have in America, you'll find there, but it's just too, for me personally, it's just too busy. All the traffic and all the, it's just too much for me. And needless to say, you can really find all of your amenities in Kingston, but Kingston is a business hub. It's not, to me, the relaxing. And then if you want ultimate relaxation, I'm gonna give you two places. Go to the Portland side or go to Treasure Beach. Over in Treasure Beach, I was tempted to get a stethoscope and check people's hearts and pulse to see if they were still alive. They were so laid back. I said, let me see how these people still breathing. Cause I never saw people, they just, they way laid back in Treasure Beach. So if that's your jam, go to Treasure Beach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are, and I can't remember. I have a good friend who lives in one of those retiring, returning Jamaican. She is Jamaican, and I can't think of it either. But I'm gonna also post that if I can recall where she lives. So that's cool. What is the exchange rate like if you're having an
Right now it's
dollar?
like about 135 to 1. That's the
Okay.
common rate. The actual rate on XE is higher than that, but you don't get the XE rate for real dealing with real people. They're not going to give you that exchange. Not even the bank and the Cambios are going to give you the exchange rate that's on XE.
What is a typical, I don't know, dinner cost? How far can your money go, your dollars go in Jamaica?
Okay. I tell people that I get this question all the time. How much money is enough money? What's the budget? If you're bringing in to your income a roughly $3,000 a month, I think you can live well here. Not elaborate, but well. Um, a meal out at one of the tourist traps, let's call it. Let's say that you're going to let's say Catch a Falling Star, which is one of our top ones, Ivan's. A dinner for one is going to be approximately $35 to $40 for two people, like a couple. It's in the shadow of 100. However, you could go to Sips and Bites and you could have that same meal for $18 a person.
Okay, so it's like anywhere you
It's
can
where it's
go
where you go. If
where
you
you
go to the
go.
local places, you can eat relatively inexpensive. If you go to the high end tourist places, 50, 60. And when you start buying drinks, that runs it up quite a bit.
Yeah,
Cocktails.
yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, you hear that motorcycle?
Yeah. So it seems like you have a lot of modern conveniences as far as like that you'd be accustomed to in the U.S. Not that Jamaica isn't, I mean, not because it's all third world, but you can find a lot of the conveniences that you would find in the US there.
Sure. I have the average Jamaican household does not have hot water. Okay, they deal with cold water. I have a hot water tank. However, you're not going to do like you do in the United States and have your hot water tank. Well, if you have enough money, you can do anything, but you don't run your hot water tank all the time. If you want to take a hot shower, you have a little switch, you turn your switch on for 15 or 20 minutes and let your water get hot, take your shower, and then you turn it back off. You don't leave that running all night long. One of the people's biggest issues is air conditioning.
I see it. I see it.
Had it on. I've owned it for about 3 years. I think it's been on maybe 6 times, maybe.
Nice
Simply,
climate then, nice climate.
simply because you get used to it.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I was born in 1951 on Edith Street in Memphis, Tennessee. Don't play. All y'all folks didn't have AC in your house when if you were a certain age. You wasn't born with no damn AC. Okay. So guess what? You can learn to do without it again. Now, this time of year right now, your standing fan feels like air conditioning. It's in the high 60s at night with a cool breeze. I would say maybe June, July, August, you might say you need AC. But I'm gonna tell you this. It's a difference between having that unit up in the wall and you run it all the time. Go ahead and run it. Wait till you get your utility bill. Now, like I said, if you got enough money, okay. Also, the typical Jamaican household does not air condition the living room, the kitchen, the bathroom.
Just
You
the
air
bedroom.
condition your bedroom.
Right.
And the rule of thumb is if you're going to use it, you put a timer on it so that it runs enough for you to fall asleep
Yeah,
and
comfortable.
then shut it and cool the room down and shut itself off. You don't have that thing running all night long. But some people do. I have a girlfriend who lives in a luxury condo here called the Aqueducts, and they have central air. I have no idea what her utility bill is or whether it's included, but those units start at $300,000 up.
Nice.
Hmm.
Very nice.
And then Little Bay Country Club or further up the street is even more luxurious. And you're talking a $500,000 to $1 million buy one of those. And they have central air.
I'm sure.
So
I'm sure they
you
do.
can get it here if you got the money.
Right. Right.
I'm a
It's all
retired
relative.
school teacher. Okay. Y'all didn't pay me when I was teaching your kids, so you sure not gonna pay me to sit on my butt not teaching them.
So, what are my last question is, what
Hmm.
are some of the activities that you do there that you do? I know that you said there's lots of things, but what are some of the things that a family could do?
A family. Okay. Right now, what you have to understand is, I'm going to talk about the normal world, and I'm going to talk about COVID world. Anything that we used to do that gathered more than 10 to 15 people is shut down now because you're not supposed to be gathering. You're not supposed to be having fun and congregating. Okay. In normal Negril, especially this time of year, you have wonderful concerts. People like Jock Q are going to come here. We had Chronics last year. Oh my God, that was so fabulous. Kamani Marley comes, Barris Hammond. We had Third World, Out Under the Stars. The big names come here. This is Negril. And they come here and they give concerts and, lots of people. So that's not going to be happening because they don't want you gathering like that. But in the normal world, you have great live entertainment here. You have Roots Bamboo and Woodstock and Bourbon Beach and Alfred's live music, Apple Lounge, live music, live entertainment, a real band playing real music and a real singer with a real microphone, not DJs, right? That's what makes Negril famous. We have a water park for kids, a really nice water park, closed down. We have another wonderful place called Lux Beach. That's a family entertainment complex, closed down. We have a great nightclub that's famous called The Jungle, closed down. All of this is closed because of COVID. But if it was the normal world, I would submit to you that you'd have a hard time being bored in Negril. There's always something to do.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, I know. I know. Even
Yeah.
I know from living in Jamaica that you just could sit on the side of the road and just see. There's just so much
Girl, what you
people
talking
going.
about?
Yeah, there's just
My
so much.
favorite bars are just like I just sit there and just watch Negril go by.
Yeah,
You
that's
know, just
true.
cross my legs and watch Negril go by.
That's true.
Um, I have a little group on the internet on Facebook called Capital of Casual Negril Jamaica.
I was just going to
And
ask you about that. So
and
how
I'm
can we get a hold of you or connect with you?
okay, you go on Facebook
Okay.
and look for Capital of Casual Negril Jamaica. Be careful because a Trump supporter started one with the same name
Okay.
to thwart me.
So
And
if you give me the link, I can put it in the video,
correct.
this video, so
Um,
they'll know exactly how to get to you.
you'll know which one is the real one because mine has close to 16,000 members, and I think he has about 30 or 40.
Okay. All
Okay,
right.
but
All right.
and my logo is the island of Jamaica with the map and some palm trees. When you see that logo, that's the right one.
Okay, great.
So anyway, what I was going to say is when my members come to town,
Mhm.
everybody wants to meet Misty. So it's Misty, can you come for coffee? Misty, can you come for lunch? Misty, can you come for dinner? Misty, can you come meet us on the beach? And I am going all the time because it's a lot of people in that group and they talk to me on the internet. So then when they come here, they want to meet me. And I have to literally have a calendar where I write down all my appointments and stuff because I'm going all the time. But I am nobody's bored, trust me. And nobody's lonely either.
That's good. That's good to hear. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I think that you have whetted the appetite of anyone who's considering or who hadn't considered Jamaica, as a possible destination. And I hope that, whoever watches will reach out and connect with you.
May I add something?
Sure.
Okay. But I'm talking straight to my friends now who are even vaguely considering a place to go to outside of the United States. What you will find in Jamaica that is more important than any of the trivial things I've mentioned in the interview so far that you need to know about is especially if you are of a certain age. You remember when we black people we used to speak to each other, we used to relate to each other, we used to say good morning, good evening, hello, how are you? Our fear of each other has been inseminated into us by America, and we tend to cast our eyes another way, not be quite as friendly as we used to be. If you come to Jamaica, you're going to find that life again. Because as I go walking in the mornings to do my exercise, I guarantee you between my door and back to my door, I've spoken to at least 50 people. And they love you and they want to relate to you on a human level. Also, you have a sense of community here that you lost. And you have a sense of culture here that you never had because your culture was stolen from you. And you don't have the culture that Jamaica has. And you don't know you miss it until it's gone. But you can find it. It's right here in Jamaica. So come and see us and consider us for your place to be.
I love that. That's beautiful. And yes, Jamaica is a beautiful, warm country. I can tell you from experience. And I thank you so much, Misty, for this moment to
No, I
chat.
thank you for asking. I love talking about your country.
Yes. And we're going to continue to talk
Thank you for
about
loaning
like,
it. Thank you for loaning it to me. Thank you for loaning it to me for a time.
well, don't get too comfortable now because you never know. I might be coming back. But thank you so much, Misty.
You should. You really should. You should consider it.
Yes, definitely, definitely. But I am going to put
Hmm.
your link in the video so that folks that want to connect with you can do so. And I thank you, and I thank you, and I thank you. Continue to live your best life in my beautiful country, Jamaica, and all the best to you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed this, Carolyn. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.